You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Dare I say it?
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
We've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Let my magic imbue your weapons with the fury of the elements.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Well done. The Arisen has been put to sleep. dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
I'd wager there's ought to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
Well fought, Wilson. Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but different masters favour different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Words worth hearing.
Rock to crumbling.
Water is spilling through the cracks here. What could be the cause?
Shall we take an ox cart? If our destination lies along its route.
It would seem the ox cart's just arrived. You'll be riding in it with us till we reach the capital.
Goblins! If you value your life, stand and fight, wretch!
remains dark. Splendid.
Seems we drove them off. Right.
I was informed of your coming would be arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. 'Twould seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one arisen. That arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign. The only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with Your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion, and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? What a happy coincidence.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Not a care in the world, just as it should be.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did, and rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror a girl of the slums. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world we inhabit.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line niche, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Looking for a craftsman? I'm a master of my trade. Many thanks. I appreciate the business. Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Stop by again soon.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judicially.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Go on, have a look.
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet linger here.
All told, I'm rather satisfied with my performance.
If we share our strengths, we can begin formulating a strategy that caters to our respective skills. There is a rumor whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that imperils the lives of those around us. At first, we are only restless and excitable, but in time we become so unruly that even the Arisen holds no sway over us.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one...
Folk used to be more generous with...
They say the Sovereign's up in the palace. Seems driving away the dragon took quite a toll on our liege. Tell is, the beast's flames burnt him black as tar. 'Tis a right miracle he yet lives, if you ask me.
This might be worth a read.
Shall we take a closer look?
Welcome to the start. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth. Come back anytime.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here. As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the Sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true Arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Vernworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of Saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
We have been charged with the felling of monsters.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as the true Arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to Your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit. And many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Pray, follow me. Are you coming, Master? Our path is here.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
There's been a shift in the chain of command.
Now this is a conundrum.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had. Nodded off for a moment there. Not sure I can handle this.
Greetings. Welcome to the... Here, we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or greatswords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
We shall have to scour, high and low.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour?
good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
So tired. I barely the vim to tie my shoes. I might nod off. I'm not dead. A woman half my age.
Might as well.
Shall we take an ox cart? If our destination lies along its route, we could shorten our journey by making a stopover. Follow me, if you would.
Well, that was an uncommon mission. But you...
I've got goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Torch. Quick, douse the flames! My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait right there.
I grant your weapon a magical boost. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Make it quick. I ain't keen.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here? Focused attack will end this foe. I'll combine my magic with yours, so that you might cast the spell more quickly. I shall do as you say. We We've little need for a campsite at present.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors. Most impressive, Master.
You can afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet done. Outstanding. In another world, I learned that a forgotten rift stone lies nearby. Shall I escort you there, Master?
My word. This ox cart has been destroyed.
Wrought by the hands of brigands. The claws of monsters.
Careful now. Well done. Over here, if you please. A flock of harpies draws near.
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. My magics are yours to command, should you require the skill of a mage. Might I be of assistance? I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Here we are. It is hard to find my footing in this darkness.
That was well done. magics grant you an elemental...
Very well. I shall return.
Foremost priority is to douse those flames.
You have my
But ought we to continue this fight? We've little to gain from a victory against this enemy.
I quite agree.
The broken sections are a hindrance, but I believe we can reach our goal all the same.
That looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
'Tis good you lessen the load you carry. A lighter step can make all the difference in battle. Tis done. Say so again? I should be glad to assist you, Arisen.
I knew you would prevail, Master.
Let us not get ahead of us. The battle continues.
Our results speak about us.
Arisen, are you all right? I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes. We ought to have no trouble on the journey ahead.
I quite agree. Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall I lead you to the location nearest here, Arisen? We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. 'Tis not far from here. Would you mind coming over here? This way, Master.
I learned of a forgotten rift stone in this area during my time beyond the rift. I can take you to it, if you like.
Over here, if you please.
This foe is brought to women as a moth to a flame. Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
Stay with me, Arisen.
Our onslaught, and the behemoth will soon topple.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
We would do well to seek the high ground when fighting on an incline. It will make overpowering our foes all the simpler.
The Arisen is covered in slime. Thank you.
Stand up. You must not let down your guard, even for a moment.
Allow me. This foe shall fall by my hand.
Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we use the charm.
We must focus on finding victory, whatever our distractions.
Understood. There's no magic to grant you an elemental boon.